Namaste. Welcome all of you. Before we start with prayer, Tumeva Mahata Chapita Tumeva Bandhu Chasakha Tumeva Vidya Dravidam Tumeva Sarvamam Mama Deva Deva. So, what is Karma Yoga? Karma and Yoga, there is a combination of the two words. First is Karma. Karma, what we are doing by the mind and by the physical body, and these two ways we can make action in this material world. So, here and yoga, I hope so everybody know what is yoga. Yoga is union with self or union with God. So, now there is a two word I would like to make synthesis, Karma Yoga. There is a two kinds of karma. First, what we are doing for the world, for this material world, this is called outer karma, outer action which we does for the world. Other is Karma Yoga, which karma, which action we are doing to go for the self-realization, go toward the God. This is called Karma and Yoga together. What action we are doing to go toward the God, to the self-realization, to introvert, this is called Karma Yoga. So, whatever action we does in the material world, it has not much value, because here we does, there it finish. It doesn't make any step, any footprint. So, when we are doing any action or karma to go toward the God, it is called Karma Yoga. So, these action never dissolve, always remain and give us progressive feedback or make us to move further. It never dissolve, never finish. So, whatever effort like meditation, worship to God, pray for God, or we do any effort or service for the God, or take care of the temple, church. So, whatever we does action for the God or self-realization is Karma and Yoga. Now, I am going to define, there is a karma, there is a two kind of karma, mostly what people know it, but there is a four kind karma. So, first karma, which is everybody know, good karma and bad karma, and in Sanskrit it is called Syam and Swet. Swet means white karma, good karma. Syam means black karma. So, here the black karma, bad karma, and this bad karma demote us, bring us down and bring us toward the world. And what is bad karma? Which we make hurt others, kill others, make suffering to others, give uncomfortability to others. These are all bad karma. When we does any kind of violence, mental, physical, emotional, these are all bad karma. Stealing things from the people, make suffering, sad. So, because whatever in a karma theory, whatever we share or give to others, it comes back toward us many times. So, we should not do these black karma or bad karma. So, now I am explaining white karma. White karma is good karma. It gives us good result, like helping to people, supporting to people, and help others, share love, compassion to others, help to others, and compassion about others or toward others. So, these are the good karma, helpful. So, these good karma gives us good result, and this good result comes also back to what we say are good things to others. It comes to us back so many way, so many time, so many multiple way to come to us also. It makes our life heaven here on the earth and happiness. Suppose when you help others, he will get happy. This happiness also is energy, feeling of good comes toward us. So it is already a good things about us. So these are two karma. But when we does effort for to worship God, toward God, or we meditate, we does any spiritual effort. This is called karma yoga because it connect to the God. Which karma, which action connect us to the God, this becomes karma yoga. There is a third kind of karma which is half-half, Shwet and Shyam. Sometimes we are in good mood, sometimes we are compassionate, but sometimes we are angry, violence, and hurt others. So this is mixed karma, Shwet and Shyam, good and bad. The fourth kind of karma, neutral karma, Udasin, Niskam karma. It is called Niskam karma, without any expectation, without any wanting. We just does nothing. We does just nothing. So there is no action. When there is no action, there is no any result. And this way we get free from the karmic action or from the karmic effect. So sequentially I mentioned four kind of karma: good karma, bad karma, mixed karma, and neutral karma. There is no karma at all. Just sitting silent and meditate, doing nothing. So this is called neutral karma, niskam karma, udasin karma. And now I am explaining some of according the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Srimad Bhagavad Gita is world known spiritual literature from India, very ancient time, Mahabharata time, about 5,000 years ago. Lord Krishna, who was the incarnation of the Lord Vishnu, came on the earth as a Krishna, and there was a great war was arranged between two cousins, family war actually it was. So Krishna was the mediator and he participated in this great Mahabharata war. So Krishna was the leading, he was the chariot driver of his beloved disciple of Arjuna. Actually this war happens between Kauravas and Pandavas. Pandava was 5, Arjuna, Yudhishthira, Bhima, Nakul, Sahadev. Kaurava is his 100 brother. His father name was Dhritarashtra. So this war happened for the injustice from the Kauravas. So it happens in India. So the Srimad Bhagavad Gita is great, inspiring literature, spiritual book, inspire us still same or is inspired to the whole world. So Krishna gave the sermon, deliver his doctrine in the battlefield of the Mahabharata, because Arjuna don't want to fight with his cousin, because their side he saw all relative, all family members. He says, no, I am not going to fight. And Krishna was chariot driver, so he took the chariot in between to the army. According Arjuna advised, "Oh Krishna, please take my chariot in between the army so I can see whom I am going to fight." So Krishna does according the wish of the Arjuna. When Arjuna see, he drop his bow, arrow, all the arm, and sit behind. His body was shaking, because he says, "Oh my God, whom I am going to fight and killing? They are all our people, cousin, maternal uncle." So all this, he withdraw. He says, "No, I am not going to fight at any cost. Even you offer me the heaven." Now Krishna was very upset. He says, "You should do as a Kshatriya, as a warrior, your karma. Don't be attached too much with the worldly relation." And so he inspired Arjuna, this war is for justice, for the fight for truth. This is your karma. So don't escape from your duty and do perfect your duty. Then you are get divine bliss or heaven, not coward way to escape from the right justice. So Lord Krishna gives sermon, doctrine as a wisdom, divine wisdom, spiritual wisdom, as a Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Because why it is called Gita? Gita means song. So all this knowledge he gives in a poetry. Sanskrit is a poetic language. You cannot say in dialogue. So he gives in a called sloka, in a poetry. So this poetry is called Gita. So Srimad Bhagavat means it came from the Lord Krishna mouth, a divine wisdom, knowledge as in a song. So this is the meaning, contrary meaning of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And now the whole Gita inspires karma yoga, to do righteous duty. And this duty gives you the perfection. So he says that yogastha kuru karmani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya. O Arjuna, don't be attached with this too much to your conditions. Yogastha kuru karmani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya siddhaya siddhayo samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate. So don't attach these worldly things. Make you separate yourself and be neutral and then fight. Yogastha kuru karmani. What is yoga? Yogastha kuru karmani. Do your duty. Yogastha kuru karmani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya. Detach from the worldly things or attachment so much with the attachment condition, and make it you free from that. And then siddha siddhayo samo bhutva. So there is no distinguish between worldly things, and do your perfect duty and established in a equanimity, in the balance stage. Then it is called yoga. Samatvam Yoga Uchyate. Another inspiration version in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Karmandevadhikaraste ma phalesu kadachana. So, do your duty. Karmandevadhikaraste ma phalesu kadachana. You should not worry about the result. Don't so much bothered about the result. Do your duty perfect way. This is Karma Yoga also. Either you do your perfect duty, or this perfect duty, if you perform, then you also get connect with the God. So this becomes a Karma Yoga. And don't attach, another condition, don't attach with the fruit. You have to stay in equanimous, in balanced stage also, without fear, without bothering whether it gives me good result or bad result. No, this is not in our hand. What is in our hand for karma? We can do our duty perfect. And result, Lord Krishna says, it is in my hand. According to your karma, you will be spare good and bad effect. This is sure, I give you promise. So this is one thing about Karma Yoga, which is Lord Krishna mentioned in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Another things about Karma Yoga, now in the West, often you can hear this is good karma, this is bad karma. It is good things. Now people become aware to do good duty, not bad behavior, not bad manner, not to make suffer others. So, when you perform your karma as a neutral, then you are not affected by the action. Then you are not touched by the action what you have done. Actually, action starts first from the mind. Shall I do this or not do this? Shall I hurt? Shall I abuse? Shall I beat? So, this comes first mind, in the mind. Mind get tamped to the body. Then body react to beat someone, to kill someone, steal something. So everything starts with the mind. Mind is first responsible. If you are there aware or balance, then you can control your action. So always think good, not think bad. Even mental action count as a karma. So mentally we should not think anything wrong or bad which makes other people uncomfortable, hurt or harm. We always think good things, happiness, positive. So it gives us good and happiness. So this is one thing about karma. Another things, when we does karma with the self benefit, with our own benefit, then it is not good karma. We always share to others, to give more to others. So when we share good things to others, make others happy, then no doubt you get good result. Nobody can make you away from it. You have your right. So this karma theory is very practical, because what you does, mental action or physical action, it all count as your karmic effect. So neither we should do any mental bad karma, nor physically, then we understand proper way how we does a karma which is not bound us, our soul, our life to the good or bad result. And also for that last sermon, Lord Krishna says, chapter 18, he says, Sarva dharman parityajya, mam ekam saralam braja, aham toya sarva papebhyo mokshasyami ma sucha. Krishna says, forget about it. If you don't want to so much put your wisdom, knowledge, just surrender to me. Means follow me what I say truth to you. And then sarva dharman parityajya, or leave it all, your conditions, religious condition, whatsoever. And sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam saralam braja, to surrender to me, devoted to me, and give up your all worldly things, conditions, and surrender to me. Then in that condition, and in these conditions, I am responsible, I take care of you, and my duty to sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam saralam braja, aham toya sarva papebhyo. I will forgive what you say it is sin. I am going to kill these innocent people in the war. So Krishna says that if you think this is sin, actually fact that it is not sin for me, because you are doing perfect duty against injustice, and you fight for truth, then of course I can liberate you. I can make free from all kind of sin, what you think, if you think this is sin. So that can also, I promise you, I can remove your all sin and gives you final liberation, salvation, moksha, nirvana. So this is the about karma. So we should follow in our life if we want to realize truth, self-realization or God realization. For that there is two conditions according the karma theory. First, we should not hurt anyone and do our duty perfect, these two things. And third is, we should not harm, hurt, make uncomfortability, miserable and suffering to the others. So this is the message what Lord Krishna gives in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. This is the concept of the karma and yoga together. Action which take us toward the God, which helps us union with the God, that is karma yoga. Other what we does in the material world, this is not karma yoga. This is also, if you are doing perfect duty, this is also a level of the karma yoga, because you are doing honestly your duty, perfection in action. Perfection in action can lead you, can take us to the God. So it is automatically becomes your karma, your action, your perfect duty, perfection in action. So it also becomes a karma yoga. So thank you very much. Namaste.